Wolf.
Wolf.
Wolf. Would you ever have a dog?
I'd love to own a dog.
What kind of dog would you have?
Wolf. Thick, bushy, black and white.
Are you sure you've not just seen a badger? I don't even want to pick up my own poo. I don't want to be kissed by a dog. I don't particularly want to snog a dog.
Whoa, nope. Don't come and squeeze in next to me. I'm a big guy. I wouldn't let a human do that, let alone a dog.
It's the same with women. They are cute. And you see them running around.
Yeah.
They're just cute and they're just a bit daft.
Sorry, my microphone's been a bit shit.
Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted.
So, for the first time in I don't know, it must be easily 5 years, I took the train to go somewhere this week.
Oh, yeah.
Or last week, I should say. So my office, well, as you know, I work from home. My office is in Red Hill.
No, it's not. It's in your house.
Okay, so the head office for the company that I work with is in Red Hill.
Okay.
And occasionally I have to go down there. And normally, something like that, I just drive it. It's like 90 miles from Bedford to Red Hill. And, sorry, my microphone's been a bit shit. There we go. So, but there is a train that goes direct from Bedford train station to Red Hill. I don't have to change. I don't have to get off and use the tube in London. I can just go straight through and get off in Red Hill.
Yep.
So this week I decided to give that a go because it makes sense. It's cheaper than what the company pays for in my fuel. I could sit down and do some work if there were tables. I could relax and not have to worry about traffic or anything like that, which is, a plus, I guess.
Yep.
So I decided to give the train a go.
Yeah.
Got on the train at 7 a.m. on, I think it was Thursday. 7 a.m., got off the train at 5 to 9 when I arrived at Red Hill. And then it's a 5-minute walk to the office. It's literally just around the corner. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Going down was fine. Coming back, however, was a real pain. And so, as we discussed on a previous episode, I don't like crowds. I really don't like crowds. I don't like feeling crowded. I want people to, stay at least an arm's length away from me.
Yeah.
So coming home, I thought to myself, I won't leave the office till 6:15. Catch the 6 o'clock train, and I'll be back in Bedford by 7:45, 8 o'clock-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that most people have already left and caught their rush hour trains or whatever. How wrong was I? The train was packed. I mean, from Red Hill to, I think, Croydon. It made a stop in East Croydon, I think. Was fine. But then, as soon as we got to Croydon, people just started piling onto this train. I'm just like, oh, God. I hate crowded trains. Thankfully, I still had a seat, so I could just sit down and look out the window. And if I'm looking out the window, I'm generally okay. I forget that people are around me.
Yeah.
But it was just so busy. And I don't really understand why. Because I'm like, it's gone 6 o'clock. Why haven't you all gone home already? Just go home. And the fact that a lot of people are now working from home, why is the train so busy in the evening? I just didn't get it. But yeah, it just remained busy all the way home. Actually, up until
everybody's doing the same as you, aren't they? They all leave it a little bit. It's probably busier earlier, but the only reason they're there now or at that later time is because they know it's busier earlier.
Yeah, maybe.
And it just makes it busier later as well.
Maybe, but it's really put me off taking the train. And I realise in terms of, being environmentally friendly and all of that, taking the train is supposed to be better. But yeah, it's really put me off taking the train now. I'd rather drive.
Yeah.
I would rather drive it. And deal with traffic. Because at least in traffic, or if I'm driving and stuck in a traffic jam, I can grab the vape pen out and I can turn my music up. I can have the windows open.
Yeah.
I can be comfortable.
You can scratch inappropriately. All those sorts of things that you can't do on the train.
Exactly, yeah. Although lots of other people seem to think it's appropriate to do that, but not me. But yeah, I just couldn't get over how busy it was. And like I say, from Red Hill to Croydon was fine. And then I think the majority of people kind of got off, Luton Airport, Luton, and then Luton to Bedford was, better. But even then, I'm like, still too busy, still too many people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just found that interesting
Mm.
and frustrating. So that is what annoyed me this week.
Well, again, it's people, isn't it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be frustrating if it wasn't for all the other people.
Precisely. It would be a lot easier if there was no one else anywhere near me. I mean, by all means, fill up all the seats around me, but when I'm on a berth of 2 seats, don't come and squeeze in next to me. I'm a big guy. I need the room.
Yeah.
Fill up all the other seats. I don't care.
Mm.
Just please don't come and sit next to me. I do that thing if I have my jacket kind of folded up and on the seat next to me to discourage people from sitting next to me until someone physically says, "Excuse me, can I?" I'll be like, "Okay, then, fair enough."
Maybe you should get I don't know, some sort of emotional support pet that has to take up a seat.
Wolf. I'll get an emotional support wolf.
Well, there aren't any wolves in this country.
You can get one. If it's for emotional support, you can get whatever you like.
I know, but you can't have something that we don't have.
You get one imported.
Look, I spent a long time trying to convince my little boy that there were no wolves in this country because he thought he heard one.
Is he gonna watch this?
I don't know. I might make him watch it sometimes. I say,
then.
Do you want to watch the Tuesday show? No. It's like, oh God.
It's not just your little boy that says that; it's everyone else as well. I was just about to say, Ted's son, if you're watching, there are no wolves in England.
Thank you.
Except for my emotional support wolf.
Your emotional support wolf. Wolf.
Oh, it just sounds awesome, doesn't it? Wolf.
Yeah, wolf.
Yeah, I'm going to get a wolf. I saw a picture actually on Facebook, and I can't remember the breed. I'm going to have to try and find it really, really quickly. But it was like a cat that looked like a husky.
Oh.
Like a husky. It's going to bug the crap out of me, but yeah, it looked awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, I immediately want one. I think, it might just be a Himalayan. I think it's just called Himalayan breed.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just got this thick, bushy, black and white or black on white or whatever fur.
Are you sure you've not just seen a badger?
It was not a badger, no.
Right. Okay.
Or a mushroom. But exactly, yeah. But yeah, it looked just like a husky, just smaller, and it was awesome. And now I can't find it anywhere.
Oh.
And it's going to really bug me. I'm going to have to try and. I'll send you a picture of it later on, and we can put it in the comments. But yeah, it looked, and I was just like, I must have one of those.
Would you, CJ? Would you ever have a dog?
I'd love to own a dog.
Would you? What kind of dog would you have?
I do not know. A wolf.
Okay, if you let's assume that a wolf isn't an option.
Hyena?
What other kind of dog would you have?
Hyena.
Okay,
that type of
so
dog?
in terms of domestic breeds that you might see in England, what kind of dog would you have?
I don't know, and I'll tell you for why I don't know. I'd love to have a dog, but I don't think I have the patience to train a dog. I also don't believe it's fair on said dog when I have to travel for work. Great while I'm at home, I can look after them all day, every day. But if I have to go out somewhere, even just for the day, but I have trips up to Scotland that take 2 or 3 days at a time. I'm all over the place sometimes. I just don't believe it's fair to leave the dog at home or to ask someone else to come look after the dog for me. That's the main reason. And then, in the future, I don't know if I can deal with the emotional trauma of losing said animals, later on in life. I just don't know
Just
if I
keep
can
it on the lead.
I mean, that's a good idea. It is a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I would really love to have a dog at some point. I think that'd be great. I think when I've got room to have an animal, as in when I say have room, I mean have a back garden. I think that'll be perfect. Because at the moment I don't have a back garden. I only have a front yard area. And it's not like I can just let them out to go for a pee and then let them back in. It's just not really feasible. But no, I'd love to have a dog at some point.
Interesting.
It'd have to be a dog that basically had some really ridiculous derp face. So when you kind of looked at it, it just looked completely, I don't know, just stupid. Just gives you that kind of look when you look at them. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Dogs' facial expression, they have such character. It's like I think back to our mutual friend Romanic. I think back to his dogs. And they're so full of character and so full of life anyway, but when they kind of, like, they'll come and sit on your lap and they'll just get right in your face and they're like right here and you're just like, you're just an idiot.
Yeah.
You just look like an idiot. Your facial expression just makes me think that you're not firing on all cylinders. And I love that. I think that's awesome. It just gives them character.
Interestingly, the dog's probably thinking the same thing.
100%. Absolutely 100%. Like, why are you making these stupid noises? I mean, please continue to scratch behind my ear, but there's no need to make the stupid noises at the same time. By the way, where's my food? That's usually me. By the way, where's my food? But yeah, I love dogs. I really do. I think some of them, they just have such expressive faces. And of course, they are man's best friend, so I'm told. And they're great for emotional support if you're ever looking for emotional support. What about you? Would you have dogs? I know you're a cat man, and you've had.
Yeah, I'm a
before.
cat man. So I didn't think I could see myself having a dog because I don't want to pick up a dog poo.
I mean, you have bags. You don't have to just grab it with your hands. And
Well, I know, but even so, I mean, it's warm and it's mushy.
get a poop scooper.
Yeah, it's still not my idea of fun, really.
No? Okay.
And also, again, when you say it's not fair on the dog, well, it's also not fair on me. I don't want to necessarily go out for 2 walks a day. I don't necessarily want to be picking up poo that isn't my own. I don't even want to pick up my own poo. Why would I want to pick up a dog's poo?
True. These things.
Although, I could have a horse, because you don't have to pick up the poo of a horse.
That's true.
You can ride along the streets and, have a horse dumping all over the shop.
Yeah.
Not all over the shop. Not like walking to Morrison's on a horse. And
how awesome would that be?
Leave a steaming pile in the fish aisle. Is that you
awesome would that
for
be?
something?
I don't know. I was just thinking that. Move along.
So yeah, I just there's lots of things about dog ownership that wouldn't appeal to me, and also I find a lot of them are just dribbly.
Yes.
I don't like to do it. Also, I don't want to be kissed by a dog. I don't want a dog in my face. So I think I'd be a bit too standoffish for a dog.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not.
I don't particularly want to snog a dog.
I don't mind if a dog wants to, just give me a kiss on the cheek or whatever. That's fine by me. The bit I have a problem with is when you see a dog actively cleaning themselves and then they come to lick your face and you're like, whoa, nope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let a human do that, let alone a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it also it's the same. It's the same with women with dogs. If she kisses the dog,
whoa.
I'm not okay. All right, no.
I'm out of here. Let's go.
I'm going. But yeah, it's the slobbery bit, or it's the massive, lots and lots of hair, and they just get bedraggled or smell of wet dog because they get wet.
Yeah,
And
the molting bit does annoy me sometimes. But then again, I've always, like I say, when I lived with a couple of dogs, it's just, making sure you stay on top of your regular vacuuming, and that's generally not that much of a problem. But I get what you mean, because it gets everywhere. Just fur gets everywhere.
It's not the fur. It's I suppose it is the fur, but it's not so much the fur. It's because cats have fur, and cats leave, cat hair everywhere. But I think it's the fact that if you got a dog, you got to wash your dog and you got to look after it. And if it goes into a stream, it'll come out, all happy, but dirty. You dirty dog.
And then you got to wash it.
Dirty dog.
Then you got to give it a bath. Yeah.
And give it a bath, and then your bath's all dirty, and it's going to smell of dog, and there's lots of off-putting things about that. If I was going to if I had to have a dog, if somebody said, right, well, dog ownership is now compulsory, you have to have one. Which one are you going to have? It would probably be a corgi.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Why? Because it's as close to a cat as you can get?
Yeah, that. Let's go with that, yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But they are cute. And you see them running around.
Yeah.
They're just cute, and they're just a bit daft.
Yeah, see, and I think, and again, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but spaniels kind of do that for me as well. But then again, I've lived with a couple of spaniels.
Yeah.
And they are, I think they are dead cute. And like you say, when you see them all excited and they go running around the garden or play fighting or whatever like that, I just think it's adorable. But that, like I say, that's just me. But yeah, I just don't know if I could own cats either. I mean, cats, are generally quite, they're much more independent. But I also kind of feel like, hang on a minute, I'm spending money looking after you and giving you food, and you just treat this place like a freaking hotel. How's about you pay me some rent? If that's how you're going to be. If you're going to go out in the morning and go to work or whatever, then come back, monocle, top hat, suitcase, or briefcase. I expect some kind of remuneration for that, but no, they just come and go as they please. Pretty independent animals, and they only kind of cuddle up to you when it gets cold, and even then you'll be lucky. So
yeah.
At least dogs, kind of, focusing on the emotional side, dogs can tell when you're feeling a bit down, and they'll just come and lay on you no matter what. You'll be happily sat there watching TV, and they'll just come and sit on your lap and stare you down. Mainly because they want food.
Like that, though.
Yeah, when they want food, I assume.
Yeah, but also, they can be affectionate just for the sake of it. I do think that a lot of people have dogs as a replacement for relationships.
Yeah, maybe.
And I suppose because dogs are always there and always sort of obedient and very loving, I suppose it acts as a good replacement. But
they are perpetual children as well.
Yeah.
When you quite enjoy that whole, they rely on you to look after them. They rely on you to go out for a walk. Once a day, twice a day. They rely on you for comfort,
school books.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah. New shoes.
It's almost like having a kid. Every year you got to do the back to school sales and buy a new shirt and trousers, and spend ridiculous amounts of money on their PE kit.
Yeah.
So, and I think that might be kind of the appealing part for a lot of people. Is they're just like having kids, except they stay kids for the length of their life. They don't really grow up, and I think a lot of people enjoy that part of it.
But it's like I would say the difference between dogs and cats is that if you leave a dog in a hot car, you'll come back and the dog will have suffered, like potentially quite badly. But if you leave a cat in a hot car, you'll come back and there'll be no car.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll definitely have no seats left.
Yeah,
it'll
just driven off. Right, screw this. Right, first off, I'm going to put the aircon on. Second, I'm going home. I'm fed up with this.
Just going to get its claw out like that, whoosh, and hotwire the car.
Oh yeah. I don't know. They're just a bit more independent and a bit more sensible. They'll think, oh no, it's a bit hot here. I'll sort this out.
Yeah. I caught my neighbour's cat chilling out on my front garden the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I went, taking some recycling out, and saw it just laying there in the sun. Well, I think it was in the shade. I'm just trying to find a picture of it now, because I snapped a photo. Yeah, there we go. So, you see that? Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get into focus. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, cat just laying on the garden. Garden's half dead because it was too hot.
Yeah.
Now, the sun has basically killed my lawn. Although now it's rained a couple of times, it's starting to go a bit green again, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, no, I think I'd love to have a dog eventually. When I can justify the cost and give it enough time, and come up with a suitable plan for if I have to go travelling and whatever. Because that's always my fear. It's just like, I don't want to have to offload my pets to someone else just because I'm going away somewhere. I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
About a dog is you can take a dog places, can't you? I mean, you could take a dog on holiday. You can potentially take a dog to work, depending on where you work and what you do.
Yeah, some people like that.
Yeah.
Some people do like that.
If you're a bit of a lone ranger, perhaps your job involves, I don't know, you're like a driver, lorry driver or something like that. You can take your dog around wherever you go.
Yeah. What would that be? That would be really cool.
Yeah. Be like something out of the does a guy have the what's it called? Like the Cannonball Run films.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's you got Burt Reynolds in the fast car.
Yeah.
And then you've got the guy in the lorry.
Yeah,
Does he have a dog?
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen those films.
Yeah, I've got a feeling he's got like a big hangdog. And then like the one of those things, And then who else had a dog? Let's go back to Dukes of Hazzard. The what's his name? The police officer. His name escapes me now. But anyway, the police officer, he had a dog.
Okay. Was that a police dog?
No, it was just his own personal hound.
Ah, okay. I was going to say, because if it's a police dog, I imagine it probably doesn't count. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to have. Really bug me. I've got to find it. I've got to find that cat that looks like a dog. Facebook.
Do 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 do.
Okay, this isn't the cat that looks like a dog, but how cute is that?
Yeah, that's cute.
Anyway,
we should do a whole episode on pictures of cats.
There's a
we just flash up a picture of a cat, and we both go, yeah, that's cute. Next, yeah, it's cute as well.
There's an account on Instagram. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like some Russian guys or somewhere Eastern Europe way, where they have a lemur as a pet cat.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cool actually. They post videos on it all the time, and it just acts like a normal cat. It's awesome. Yeah, it's very cute.
I'd quite like to have a Maine Coon cat.
Yeah,
like a massive cat,
massive, hairy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
But again, cats look after themselves, don't they? So like you can have a hairy cat, but it's going to look after itself and keep itself clean.
Yep.
And that's the benefit of a cat. Would you have any other kind of pet?
I don't know.
Are you a fish man? A parrot?
I've had fish before,
Mm.
and they're relatively low maintenance.
Mm.
I just don't know if I'd ever have them again because they take up space.
Mm.
You know, you got to put them in a tank, and I don't mind looking after them. I don't mind cleaning the tank out and changing the water and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know. I just don't know if I could be bothered. You know, like I say, I had fish a number of years ago. An ex and I, when we were living together, we had some fish, and they were just there. And I think that was it. It was that, you know, we've bought a tank, we've bought stuff to go in the tank, we've bought fish, and now they're just there. They just exist.
Yeah.
You don't really do anything with them apart from feed them every now and again, like I say, clean out the tank, and then eventually they die, and well, that's it. You know, what else do you do after that?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't find this picture. I'll find it later on, or it might pop up on something. But yeah, so there you go. What about you? Any other pets apart from cats? Would you ever have like a snake or
no? I wouldn't
a
have a
lizard.
Snake. No, I wouldn't have a snake or a lizard or anything with scales.
So you know, nothing that works down at your local Weight Watchers then?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm not.
That's a really bad joke.
Yeah, it really was. I'll cut that out. That was shocking.
Yeah, please do. So you're just cats then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, having said that, I quite like rabbits.
Okay.
Rabbits are nice, and then and also guinea pigs are okay. They're like the sort of a B-Tech version of a rabbit. And then yeah, but again, it's small and fluffy and pretty self-sufficient kind of things.
Wouldn't mind a mouse. A little white mouse would be pretty cool, I think. My problem is with any kind of animal like that you end up having to put it into a cage or a box or something. I don't really like that.
No.
You know, I'd rather animals were kind of free to just do what they do.
Yeah, unfortunately, even a rabbit, you know, it requires a hutch.
So you got to put it in a hutch outside, and
yeah,
you know, like, oh, what about a pig?
I would not have a pig.
No, why not?
No, I'm just not into pigs as
yeah, fair enough.
As it goes.
I'd love to have a pig, actually. I think if I kind of won the lottery and had quite a big house and, you know, lots of land outside, I'd happily have a pig or two. You know, full size. I wouldn't do this miniature nonsense because that's, you know, really cruel. But yeah, I'd love to have a pig. Love to have a pig. Just let it roam around the house. Do what it likes.
Yeah,
pigs are really clean.
It can watch you making bacon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
be like that. Cousin, no.
That's sad. If I had lots of space, I quite like. I think geese are quite fun.
Yeah.
I think they can have quite a bad attitude, but I did live somewhere once where there were geese. And there's a whole group of them. I don't know. Let's say 10.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 12. A dozen geese sounds better, doesn't it? Sounds more organic for some reason. But there were about a dozen geese, and they're funny because they run around together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're practically shoulders. Do they have shoulders?
I guess so.
Yeah. So anyway, they're shoulder to shoulder.
I mean, they're not like buff shoulders. They're not like weightlifters like that.
But they sort of go full pelt one way, and then then they suddenly change direction. They all go the other way.
Yeah.
It's quite fun to watch.
It is
So
fun to watch,
I'd have
yeah.
geese just for the spectacle.
Yeah. I mean, I think ideally I'd love to just have a massive plot of land and just let whatever wildlife wanted to live there, live there.
Interesting.
Yeah, and just let them do their own thing. I'd have to put a fence up so they didn't come into the house.
Yeah.
But I'd love to just own some land and just be like, yours, off you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have to look after them. Yeah. It does limit the types of animals you can have, but I just do it like a wilding project or something, and just if mice or rabbits want to go live out there, cool, go do your thing. I don't care.
Or better still, find an active habitat for lots of different animals in the middle of a forest or something, and build a little house in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So then you've got your house, and then you look out, and you've got birds chirping and badgers scurrying.
Badging.
Yeah, badging. And
imagine there were little badging machines like that. Vote Biden. Yeah.
There you go. There's badges for sale. It's like, come and get your badge here.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you doing badge? How do you think we got our name? Have a badge.
I said I'm a badger. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh. So I was trying to think of a joke for hairdressers.
Oh yeah.
Someone who dresses hairs. But I couldn't work it into the conversation.
Oh right, yeah. That would have been funny as well.
It would have.
That would have been not only funny, but also a great end to the show.
I agree, and I think we should do that. I need a pee.
That was The Tuesday Show.
Get in touch with us. All the links are in the description. And until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.